Alright, the only reason why you would have clicked on this video is if you were tired. Tired of the same fucking shit, the same fucking responses. Every YouTube video telling you, just keep posting Instagram reels, you're gonna go viral, you're gonna make 10K a month. But the truth is way, way, way harder than you'd actually expect it to be. You see, it sounds great. You know, you're posting Instagram reels with AI, 100 trial reels a day, you start getting a little bit of traction and then oops, oh no, Instagram suspended your account. You know, and then you got to start again. You finally get that traction back, you've got a new account, new SIM phone even, and you think it's going to work this time. You start getting tens to hundreds of thousands of views and you're excited for a little bit. You know, you think you're about to be rich, but the views don't convert and your PPVs don't sell. And so now you're looking for the solution. You say, I want the magic pill. Give me the magic pill. I'm a tired, lazy, fat fuck. The secrets that no one will tell you because it's just too profitable. You want to know how you can make money and make money today. You don't want to wait 2 weeks just to get some Instagram views and then later realize it'll take a whole nother 6 months of trial and error just to get it right. For what? For what? Chump change? Make you fucking $3,000 a month with your 100,000 views? That's not going to do shit for you. And see, what a lot of these people won't tell you is that there's a whole nother way, a different way, the black hat way, a gray and or black area in the industry that just doesn't get talked about. Something that was just exclusive to OFM before AI was even a thing. And now everyone thinks OFM has turned to shit. And the truth is that it fucking has. The market is oversaturated now with AI models. You got shit chatters flooding the inbox, no psychology back scripts, and it's just fucking AI slop. It's disgusting. But I'm here now. I'm here to show you the light at the end of the tunnel of this shithole industry, one video at a time. And so listen up, because I'm going to be exposing black hat secrets, psychology-based shit that actually works, taken from real studies throughout the whole fucking video. I've got a whole bunch of shit for you, so don't be lazy. Watch the whole video. Don't just skip to the end to get the free shit. And so, bro, what am I even talking about? I'm talking about live webcam. As you would have seen from the start of the video, it's an AI model on these chatting sites like Omegle, where she's typing while you're typing or while your AI bot's typing. We'll get to that later, giving a one-on-one experience. Now, why is this even better than, spraying and praying your reels? It's actually better combined with reels. It should be used alongside your shitpost IG trial reels because it gives a one-on-one experience, personalized, tailored to the customer, and then it brings that sense of, you can say, not uniqueness, kind of uniqueness, but personalization. If your reels are backed off of her personality, then they get to infinitely nurture themselves one scroll at a time, right? And so these Omegle sites that you're going to be getting on, right? These guys already have their cock in their hand. They're pressing skip just so that they can find a girl to actually do it to. But before we get into the sites and how to hack your webcam and do all that such things so that way you can start bringing traffic to your fan view, OF, whatever it is, I want to talk about the actual science behind this shit. And I've got sources, so I'm not just making bullshit up. So we're going to be talking about 2 studies and then 2 different theories. So one was the 2024 analysis. They looked at specifically how porn escalates, examining the frequency of the intensity that they were watching, what was building their tolerance, edgy shit, fucking fetish shit, needing more to get the same effect, right? Edging, binging, tab jumping between multiple videos and tabs. And they were seeing exactly how this interacts and explains how people will get addicted to pornography, right? And they fucking found out that it's the same shit as substance abuse. It's the same psychology behind being an alcoholic, behind gambling. It gives that same effect. And a 2025 study, it modeled sexual compulsivity as the mediating factor between simple pornography consumption and it becoming problematic use. Now, what that means is that people on Instagram Reels aren't addicts. They just surge their fucking urge through tube sites. You can give them exposure to your model, but it's not as efficient as the way I'm about to show you. And so it's not just somebody who watches porn who's going to buy OnlyFans. The thing is, you've probably watched fucking porn. You've probably fucking jerked off, all right? And you don't fucking buy OF. You don't fucking buy fan view shit. I mean, when you first probably came into this industry, you were probably thinking, who the fuck's gonna buy this shit? And then when you actually started posting, started getting some traffic, you're like, what the fuck are these guys even doing? There's a whole different psychology between the users on Instagram and then the users who are on these types of chatting sites. And I'm about to break that down a little bit more in depth later. But another thing is that the frequency alone doesn't cause the disorder. Okay, it's mediated by a compulsive trait / state that develops or is already present through more like exposure. You think about it. Somebody who's an alcoholic, they need more alcohol to get drunk. Somebody who smokes a lot of weed, they need more weed to get high. And it's the same shit with this. And so they end up going through this whole path, right? They end up going through this whole fucking path, right? Think about it like this. Let me draw some shit. So it's like, okay, first of all, they start with the hub, right? They're doing that. They're doing their thing. Then it's like it becomes compulsion every time they scroll Instagram reels to go over to the hub. Now, they're not necessarily going and, buying OF straight away. That's the thing. They're not doing that, right? And so what they end up doing is they probably end up clicking a site on Pornhub or something like that. All these little fucking 18 plus websites where you can go and look at cam girls and shit, it then progresses onto there. And now they need more and more stimulus in order to get the same effect. And so what we're trying to do is figure out where these guys are the most vulnerable to their compulsion so that way we can intercept the traffic from that point onwards. Because if you think about it, if you're posting on Instagram reels, you're not targeting addicts. Well, not a lot of them at least. You're targeting people who just jerk off, and it's going to take months of exposure of your model before somebody even thinks about buying, before somebody even clicks on the site in the bio or in the highlights. And it's not profitable straight away. And so before we get into the whole site methodology, you need to learn how to trigger this compulsion. And the strategy is cue, escalation, variable reward, right? The cue, for example, it can be an Instagram reel. They escalate over to the hub. Now, your ideal customer profile isn't going to be somebody on Instagram reels. You see, your ICP is someone who is already in an altered state of mind, already in heavy addiction. Think drugs, alcohol. Your best buyers are going to be addicts. The ones who need more to get the same hit. And so more stimulus, which is why the webcam method at scale shits on just posting Instagram reels, meaning that they're getting more of a stimulation when they're on this campsite or on this Omegle chat, right? They're talking to a real person, and it feels completely realistic, which gives them a different type of effect in general. And because they can now reach that stimulus, we already know that these guys are heavy addicted. And if they want to get more and they want to finish, which they do because it's like gambling, it's like alcoholism, they want to finish. What we're going to need to learn is that exposure does not equal addiction, right? Just because you drink every weekend doesn't mean you're addicted. You can be addicted to going out, the dopamine, social life, whatever the fuck, right? That's a whole different thing. But it is progressive overload, which equals addiction in this case. So people who submit to their compulsion, who slowly go down that scale where they need more and more. So I hope this is now baked into your head, right? Conclusion is that what we want to do is catch customers where they are already in compulsion and progressive overload. If you want an easy fuck, for example, you go on Tinder. If you want to meet a wholesome chick, your chances are going to be a lot better, not on a dating site, but on Instagram. And then if you want to take it a step further, the chances are even better in person meeting a girl with no socials, right? And so there's two theories which lead to this. One being the reward deficiency theory. So basically, instead of becoming more sensitive to cues, right, high frequency users are going to get a blunted response to that. And they're going to need to increase the intense stimulation that they're getting just to feel the normal satisfaction that they normally would. And I hear fucking people all the time talking about I would never buy some OnlyFans. It's free. I'll just go on porn. What they seem to not understand is that the psychology of addiction in compulsion masturbation and pornography is completely and utterly like any other substance abuse addiction. And so you've probably heard like, oh, well, these guys are losers. That's why they go ahead and they buy OnlyFans because they get no chicks and they get no bitches. It doesn't work like that all the time. And obviously there's rules and there's exceptions to the rules, whatever you want to call it. Like you can see somebody who's multi-fucking millionaire paying for pussy. You see it all the fucking time. A lot of guys in the industry pay for pussy. And so it's not just being a fucking fat chud loser that is going to make you buy OnlyFans or buying porn online. It is a whole bunch of things. It is an addiction. And once you understand that it is an addiction, you need to find the people with this addiction and you need to feed their addiction. Constantly. And you need to understand the psychology behind it so that you can really maximize profits. This is the difference between somebody who's just posting Instagram reels making $3K a month and somebody doing some other shit and making a whole bunch of other money, right? And so the second theory, right, incentive sensitization, right? Repeated exposure to a rewarding stimulus causes neuroadaptive changes where wanting, cue-triggered craving, increases even as liking, right? Now, I'm going to give my own little touch on this, right? Like you have food, for example. Food never stops tasting just as good as it does, right? Unless you're adding heaps of sugar additives, etc., and you're making it super, super addicting where you do not necessarily need more of it. It just makes you consume more of it, right? Which makes you end up liking it more, getting more of it, etc. And so with food, if you're eating clean and you're eating nothing but whole foods, etc., you don't need more and more and more whole foods to get the same hit. It tastes the same every single fucking time, unless you're in a caloric deficit where it's like food is more rewarding. And so with the brain, when it comes to pornography, just because they have repeated exposure to it doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna become addicted, right? And so we need to trigger the compulsion, because it is the compulsion of porn that makes people addicted. The taboo of it, the fetish of it, all of that, X, Y, and Z, right? That leads me to the webcam funnel, right? I have a whole SOP exactly on how to do it. If you've gotten this far throughout the video, make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment or some shit, because I'm doing this shit for free, man. I'm doing this shit for free. People are fucking paying, making you pay courses for fucking shit information. None of this shit, no black hat, no gray hat, none of that. So fucking subscribe, right? We got phase one. Okay, number one, if you don't know how to make an AI model, start with Higgsfield, right? Do ChatGPT image generation for the background image. I find that that's a lot better than the Nano Banana Pro model. And when you're generating the webcam video, right, you generate the actual background image first. And then you're going to run it through your Soul 2.0 Girl. Now, if you don't have a model avatar already, use Soul 2.0 with Higgsfield. It's cheap as fuck. It's very, very cost friendly. Okay, you're paying like $30 for like a basic subscription and you can make as much content as you want. And so you combine this, the background image, right? So it's going to be a chick on her laptop, something like this, right? You're going to combine this image with Kling 3.0 or whatever, and you're going to make her type every couple seconds. You can use this prompt. I also have a couple other prompts. Cool. Now, phase two, hacking your camera so you can actually go onto these sites so that way you can bamboozle people. Now, I've already made the tutorial and the SOP and recorded it, etc. So I'm not going to repeat myself over and over again. If you want the tutorial and the actual Notion SOP that I've created step by fucking micro step with the links and exactly what you need to do, a dickhead could follow that shit and make money, right? I've already made the tutorials, etc. I'm not going to repeat myself. What you need to do is go to my Telegram channel or click the link in the bio or description, wherever I put it, and you need to apply for my free group. Now, there's no course that I'm selling you here. That would be some fucking absolute bullshit, okay? I just don't want dickheads getting a hold of this information and then oversaturating it. Because using this webcam hack, you can also log on to dating sites and you can also verify dating sites so that you become a verified person on these dating sites. And so we can't oversaturate it. This is going to be a very low-key video. I'm sure it's not going to get a whole bunch of views, right? I'm doing this for the industry because obviously I have better working methods. So I'm just thinking, yeah, this is going to help me out in the long run when it comes to brand awareness, shit like that. And I've also got other fucking tutorials courses. They're not really tutorials or courses. They're more like SOPs and shit that I give to my virtual assistants and my team on how to run the actual agency itself. And so I just share that with the boys in the group. Go ahead, do that. But now that you know how to hack your webcam, once you start hacking your webcam, you can obviously hire VAs, or you can, set up a bot that you can vibe code or some shit so that it types itself. When you're on these sites, and again, if you want the list of sites, it's in the free group. You're going to need a high converting quick script, something that's very, very quick, something that gets them on, whatever, and something that funnels them to Instagram, because from Instagram, we're going to push them over to Telegram. And from Telegram, they're going to go to the FanView, OnlyFans, whatever, whether you're running a hybrid model, whatever the fuck. And so if you're in the group, you're going to learn how to automate this, and you're going to learn how to set up hundreds of cams at once across different sites, right? Using proxies and shit like that. That's another thing that this AI, OFM industry doesn't talk about. All they talk about is Instagram Reels. It's fucking stupid. I'm sick of it. They got no black hat shit. They got no how to fucking hack your IP so that way you can set up a dating app on the fucking different end of the world where you want to target the location. They got none of that. So I'm going to be releasing videos slowly so that you can actually learn, right? Phase 3, Instagram highlight to the Telegram funnel to whatever site you're going to use, OF or FanView. Join my fucking group for more free shit. We're going to build a community. We're not selling a course. I'll never sell a fucking course, right? People in there will be able to fucking travel the world together, make money together, go fucking get fit together, stop being fucking gay, stop fucking sitting on your mum's fucking couch, jerking it to your own AI model. Just go ahead, join the group. It's fucking free, okay? I'm going to screen you to make sure that you're not a absolute dickhead before you actually enter the group. Okay, so if I say no to you to not being in the group, don't get fucking mad. Don't be commenting on my shit. Right. I'm looking for qualified people who want to fucking win, people who are going to do whatever the fuck it takes so that I can kick it with them, right? Same shit as like any fucking community. We're looking for killers, savages out there. We're not looking for pussies, bitches who are just trying to make a quick buck real quick, right? If you're actually committed to this shit and you actually want to expand your journey within this industry, go ahead, join the group. You're going to meet like-minded people who are in all different types of places of the world and all different types of places in their agency, okay? I think I've said enough. I'll see you guys in the next video.